Hey everyone, I'm Cody Wolf. I play Jason Young in the movie Mr. Halloween.
I'm Josh Wolf. I played Michael Schaff in Mr. Halloween.
And this is the 10th anniversary of the release of Mr. Halloween, so we thought we'd give you a little tour of the locations that we use in the movie. We're starting out here. This is the house that we used for Jack Knight's home.
We shot a couple scenes here. We had this scene where Liana and Amber's over here operating the boom mic.
Yep,
she came up as a trick-or-treater.
Trick-or-treat!
We also had...
This is a scene where Conrad and Dale come up and
remember his name.
interview Jack's mother, played by our aunt, Lori, who played the drunken whore, Jack's mom.
Everybody in this town knows that Jack's mom is a drunken whore.
Who's not a drunken whore.
No,
She's
not in
just
real
a
life.
drunk.
She just plays one on TV. So there's a couple scenes we shot out here. We'll go inside and check it out and see some stuff in there. So, where are we going?
Here we are in Amanda and Brian's house. I think Brian's here somewhere. Brian.
You right?
Yes. What's up? How's it going? What are you doing?
Just chilling in my kitchen, man.
Chilling in my kitchen.
Brian
Time.
Is Deputy Dale.
He's famous as Deputy Dale.
Deputy Dale as well.
He of Damn Bastard Flashlight fame.
Damn bastard flashlight.
That's right. It was ad-libbed, off the cuff.
Kind of like this whole thing.
Yes.
Didn't make any sense, but it worked.
Yes. So this is their kitchen. This is where the first scene where you see us. We're playing a board game here on their table, and Brian actually was the stand-in for Justin Loomis because Justin wasn't available. So when you see the super fit Justin for the 10 frames, it's actually Brian.
Shrunk about 5
somewhat.
inches.
Yeah.
And in here is the couch that may or may not still turn Cody on.
Oh my Christ. I've got a boner.
I don't think it's the same couch. Though. I think this couch is sexy though.
Does it give you a boner? Is it that?
You doing that kind of does.
I mean, ooh. But yeah, this is where we shot the scene where Cody popped one for his cousin Shannon.
Yes, my creepy director father wanted me to have a boner for some reason, and he was very insistent about it.
Yeah.
But this is the room where we shot us watching the video of the haunted house when we make the plans or when I try to make the plans, but the other guys are too much of pussies to go.
All right, pussy.
But we watched the video, which is the actual video of the haunted house that was shot in the haunted house.
All right, well that's about everything that we shot here. So we have a couple more.
Brian?
Dale?
You fall over? Where'd he go?
Oh,
It's like gone outside.
probably had to take a dump or something. Brian!
Well, we're gonna bring him along, but guess we'll have
he's
to
done.
go out without him. We're gonna go on to our next location now, which is the cemetery where we were abducted.
Yeah, then over to Bill's to see the haunted house.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you over at the cemetery.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're here at the Sequoia Cemetery, which is where we had we shot a couple scenes here. One of which was the headstone for Bill Loomis that he found, which actually was the inspiration for, I believe, most of
I think so, yeah.
the movie. Also, this is where we got abducted by Mr. Halloween.
Yep. After we see him in the haunted house, we run away, and then we end up in the cemetery. I don't know why we ran into a cemetery. That
Seems like a good place to run.
Yeah, but we ran into a cemetery.
Then we of course tripped because
Yeah,
it was a
we go-
horror
yeah,
movie.
this is where, I believe it's this stone where Josh tripped over. And he broke his ankle, so the rest of the movie his ankle was broken.
Yep. I had to wear a mannequin ankle that just pressed right into my ankle and bruised it all up. That was a fun experience. That was a good time.
Yeah, and this is where, so Mr. Halloween comes out of nowhere, and that's when he says the infamous line, "Call me Mr. Halloween," which I think should be like, yeah, I think that should be like top of the list of most famous movie lines ever.
Call me Mr. Halloween!
This is also where we see, I think it's this road here, or up behind us, is where Conrad's car comes driving up, and I chase after him trying to get him to stop, but of course he doesn't stop because he's got secrets of his own.
Yeah, I think that's about everything that we did here.
Yeah, that's about it. You see that?
I don't know, I didn't see.
I think there's someone back there.
Are you stoned?
Hey guys!
Whoa! Where'd you come from?
Do that.
Why are you just wandering around?
I know.
I got lost. I don't know.
Got lost.
Okay. Well, this is Shannon, formerly Shannon Eastman, who played Jill. Was it Jill Reader?
Jill Reader.
Jill
It was.
Chapman. I thought it was Jill Chapman.
Jill Chapman.
Jill Reader.
Jill Reader.
Jill Reader.
She played Jill Reader in the movie.
What's wrong with my ass? You don't want to look at it?
Of course I do.
So it's nice. You weren't here for this.
I
this scene, were
had
you?
nothing to do with the cemetery.
No. It's weird that you're here then.
Yeah, I know.
But thanks for joining us.
Let's head
great.
over to the other site
Yeah,
then.
we'll be moving over to our next special site, which I think everyone will recognize and like to see. So we'll head on over that way.
Yeah, sounds
Let's
good. Let's do it. Here we are at our last location, probably one of the most popular locations of the movie. This is Bill's house, which was Mr. Halloween's
This
house.
is actual home.
He actually lives here.
Yes.
He decorates it like this every Halloween.
Yeah. We just shot it in the movie how it looks every year, and it just works for the movie. There's lots of stuff shot out here. Up and down this street was where Josh and I walked up, and when I first showed him the haunted house and explained it to him.
The rumor is that he uses real body parts.
Real body parts?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
There's a scene later on with Shannon and Justin when they were standing out here talking, and you were scared by Bill.
Shit!
So yeah, we'll walk up here and we'll show you a little bit more of the location, because we shot a lot around this house. The interiors of the house were actually shot at a different place.
Jack, who played Conrad.
Conrad, yes.
Conrad.
His
Starting
house.
to get the names back.
That was
It'll
his house.
It'll only take a little bit.
So the only shot we shot inside this house was looking out of the house. We'll go up here to. This is where the basement is. We won't go into the basement because we've spent enough time down there over the years.
Let's get you guys out of here now.
Then up here is the haunted house.
The famous haunted house.
Which is a familiar view, I think, to anybody who
Walks by.
walks by, who's seen the
Drives
movie.
by. Or knows Bill Loomis.
Yes. So Bill's supposed to be here. We'll check. We haven't seen him yet, but
Hopefully he'll show up. He tends to be late.
yeah.
Kind of like the director of this movie.
Hey, Bill.
Mr. Halloween.
Bill, you here?
Shannon's with us, Bill. She's wearing tight jeans.
Yeah. Well, if that won't do it. Maybe he's in the haunted house then. We'll check up there in the haunted house. He spends a lot of time up there this time of year, so we will see if he's in here. So join us as we go check out the haunted house.
Would you like to come into my haunted house?
Yes.
Enter if you dare.
I haven't been in here in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So this is Mr. Halloween's famous haunted house. 10 years later.
A real haunted house that he does every year.
Welcome to my haunted house. I may not be able to protect you much longer.
If you look over here, this is the head that we made, a cast of my own head, my own face. We used it where, what was it, Jack finds my head in the haunted house? Yeah.
Jason?
And Bill still uses it in his haunted house because it's pretty cool. This is where you see Shannon and Justin come in when they're going through the haunted house, right, Shannon?
Yeah, Justin thinks it's gonna be pretty corny.
That was cool.
So yeah, if we move on into this next room, there's some more goodies in here.
Come this way, my pickies, if you dare.
Alright, so this is one of the rooms that Jack and Jill walk through in the haunted house. Over there, Brian got electrocuted.
Yeah, Brian was on the table and Jack flipped the switch. We had a little sparkler. Looked very, very convincing.
We did some shooting upstairs.
Because we thought it was a good idea to run up this staircase from a murderer. then over here. This is where.
This is the mummy room. Where there's not a mummy room.
Yeah, there's one like a.
This is where
Out there, right?
I was sitting. I got dragged through here, right?
You got
I'm sitting
dragged
here.
out of here, yeah. Because this is where Robbie gets killed when you're taped up.
I can't get it off. I'm gonna have to drag you out of here.
This is where the coffin usually is, where Jack hides under at one point. Justin Loomis hides under when Mr. Halloween almost catches him in the haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where Josh was, where the line, the I'll save you for next year.
Yeah.
You're a lucky boy. Maybe not so lucky.
But yeah, so we can move on to the guillotine room.
Guillotine. Shannon's favorite room, where her and Mr. Halloween got intimate for the first time.
There's too many evil beings in this haunted house. We must execute them!
So this is the guillotine room. This is the remnants of the guillotine.
Yep, there she is.
I spent a lot of time getting pulled through, scraped my back all up, got all black and blue.
This is where Josh got. Well, actually, no, you were over here when he actually died.
Oh God. It's gonna be okay, Michael. It's gonna be okay.
It was actually a really intense scene when I watched the movie again. It was really good.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, this is just like, you know, the final room of the haunted house. It's where, you know, when you actually come through the haunted house, you come and the guillotine comes and the heads roll and then you leave and this is the final scare of the. What is that?
Bell.
It sounds like those shutters that were on the windows.
Could be.
He must be here. I'll go check.
Go see.
Yeah.
I'll make sure Shannon doesn't
Hey,
do anything
Bill.
stupid.
Oh, there you are, man.
I was pregnant when I was getting pulled through the guillotine. Nobody knew. Kept it a big secret.
Bell.
Cody?
They got to be fun. Unless they can't be serious. I don't.
Cody!
Cody.
Guys, what's going on?
Bell. What the fuck?
Bill, what are you doing? Bill! There's a joke! Bill! Bill, stop! Stop! Stop, Bill! Why are you still taping? Help me! Bill, please.
Call me
Please, no.
Mr. Halloween!
You're not Mr. Halloween! You're not Mr. Halloween! You're not! You're not Mr. Halloween! Bill!
Did you get that, honey?
Blindly grabs you, tries to stab you, but you're quicker. You overact right here. You see a cat, a ball of yarn, a knitting needle. His vision's still not clear. He's stumbling around, don't make a sound, and then he grabs you. Hide and seek, my dear. He shoots his glance, you see your chance, you grab the needle and you You plunge it in his